Within the world of stomach care, there's lots of terms that you will come across. So I'd like to just give you a little definition and an understanding of what these words mean. So peristomal skin is something that you will hear and see written in a lot of your documentation and booklets, and maybe if you go online you'll hear, and myself as well, telling you about peristomal skin. Peristomal skin, in brief, is the skin around your stoma. It's just a technical term just for that area. Whenever you go on to some of the stoma forums, or if you're reading up some literature about managing your stoma, one of the common problems that people would describe about their pouch is that it balloons. And if you're new to this, or perhaps you've had your stoma for a long time and didn't really understand the terminology, ballooning is when your pouch actually blows up with air and the air doesn't escape through the filter. Within every pouch there is a filter, and the filter should work in that it passes out the air. But sometimes if you're keeping your pouch on for more than 24 hours, the filters aren't completely effective. So that term just means that the pouch blows up with air, and you will either have to change your pouch or you can empty the air out if you're using a drainable pouch. Pancaking is another term that would be very familiar to people who have a colostomy specifically. But sometimes if you have an ileostomy and your output is a little thicker than what it should be, you can experience where the output sticks up to the top of the pouch and doesn't fall down into the bag very easily. Much more common, as I've said, with people with a colostomy, and a little remedy for that would be number one, increase your fluid intake. Number two would be to put some Vaseline or KY jelly or a lubricant into the bag, so that whenever the bowel motion hits the face of the bag, that it would slide down into the bottom of the bag. Excoriation is a word that you will hear your stomach care nurse or your doctor talking about if you have developed some sore skin around the stoma or on your peristomal skin. Excoriation just means that, sore skin. A hernia is a very common complication, either late or early following stoma surgery. And some people, if you're not familiar with a lot of all this terminology, you wonder what a hernia is. So a hernia is actually a protrusion of the bowel through the muscle in your abdominal wall. How you will know that you have a hernia is that you will feel and see a swelling in your abdominal wall around your stoma. If it's only small and it's not interfering with how you are able to manage your stomach care, you don't have to do anything about it. If it's large, go back to your stomach care nurse and perhaps your surgeon, because there is a procedure that you can have the peristomal hernia repaired. But prevention of a peristomal hernia is actually much more important, and that is where you would avoid lifting anything for between 6 to 8 weeks after your surgery, and you try and do some abdominal muscles to strengthen your abdominal muscles after your surgery.